Right, hello everyone, this is Product Shard, and today I'm going to be going over the Chicom CQB. It's the Chicom, Chimicom, whatever the hell you want to call it. It is the second last SMG. I can't remember how many there are. Might be the fourth one. And it is a 3-burst submachine gun, but if you trigger finger the trigger, I guess, then it basically fires fully auto. Or, of course, you can put the select fire attachment on and get it to full auto if you want. It's a very difficult gun to get used to. When you start using it, it will probably be pretty annoying. But considering you need to get it for diamond submachine guns, which everyone loves, then this should help you, because as well as getting it to max prestige and max level, I also got it gold because I love this gun. And it is probably my favourite gun in the game at this point, because all the other SMGs are really overpowered. Some of them have come down a little bit because of the patch today, but I will do another video about that. And so yeah, it's probably the worst submachine gun out of all of them, to be perfectly honest, but I like that. And once you get it to the max level and stuff, and you can start putting the decent attachments on, it becomes a much better contender, to be perfectly honest. But here you can see the 3 things that whatever they're called, titles, for getting max prestige and all the camos, and then both of them. But go on to the kind of classes I would suggest. Now, the first class you're going to be looking to get is to put the reflex sight and the suppressor on. Because you've got the reflex sight, obviously you can aim better than the iron sights, which are horrible. I'd always recommend putting a sight on this gun, even if you do have to put primary gunfighter on, because the iron sights are just kind of horrible. But the suppressor just allows you to obviously not be heard. It may take a few more bullets to kill someone, but once you put that on and you get used to the burst and stuff like that, then when obviously the suppressor, you don't come up on the minimap, you're not going to die as many times, so it feels better and you're like not raging so much. But also then when you take the suppressor off later, it'll take less bullets to kill, and you're already kind of used to the burst fire and stuff, and it'll just seem a lot easier to kill people. So it's best to get used to kind of the suppressor and it not killing so quick, so when you take it off it seems better. Then for perks, I use this as basically just to try and get as many kills as possible, not kill streaks or anything. So I've got the blind eye so I don't die just huge amounts of times from kill streaks. Fast hands is so that I can throw the concussion grenades and the Semtex like as fast as possible when I spawn. I was just on Nuketown and on Hijacked on the Chaos mode, and every time I spawn I'd just lob concussion grenades into the middle of the map and then run and kill the people that were stunned, and then see if I could kill any more, but if not, then I'd just start again and throw more concussion grenades. Then you have dexterity, so when you're running along you can just bring up the hipfire really quick. That's very useful, considering the hipfire on this gun is actually really good. It's pretty difficult to get used to like aiming it because of the high sensitivity, and like trigger fingering as well, but that comes with practice, I guess. And obviously then you have 1 point left to put into a secondary of some sort, so when you run out of ammo, because you will run out of ammo in a mag pretty quick if you're just spraying bullets rather than being pro accurate, but I wouldn't advise to do that, then you can switch out to your secondary weapon. Now the next class you want to be aiming for is with the target finder. The target finder you get at level 11 on this gun, and obviously being able to like aim down sight and just see where people are just allows you to kind of aim your shots better, aim your bursts, and you just get a lot more kills without dying, because obviously it just helps a lot. And you just move to where the triangles are and you just spray, and with the target finder, the recoil, you can see where it's going a lot more easily, and it actually stays really close together if you're not just burst firing as quick as possible. So when you aim at one of the triangles, the red triangles that comes around an enemy. If you fire in the middle, even at the end of the burst, it will still be within that, well, it's actually a diamond. And you can get a lot more kills really easily. Then the second attachment, I would advise either fast mag, so you can reload quicker because you will run out of ammo in a mag quickly, or putting grip on so it's even more accurate. That allows you to get obviously further away, or shots from further away. Then perk 1, it doesn't really matter, I was using lightweight. Then perk 2, cold-blooded. This is just so you don't get killed as many times, and you can't be spotted when you're on like MMSs and on like dual band scopes, because you will be coming up against a lot of snipers, to be perfectly honest. Then dexterity, obviously that's kind of a must-have on any SMG class, and extreme conditioning is just because you would kind of want to use this on a bit bigger range maps than Nuketown, even though I was using it on Nuketown because I only really play Nuketown. And obviously you got the concussion grenades. You can switch out cold-blooded for fast hands if you're on a closer range map again, but it's up to you. Then the very last class, this is the one I got like right at the end. I was using it, and it actually turned out to be pretty good. I got my first escort drone that I've ever got because I only just put it on, but it was literally first game I put it on and used this, I was able to get it, which for kill streaks is pretty high for me, to be honest. Then yeah, obviously you put the millimeter scanner and the extended clip on. They're very near to the end of the levels, and also the select fire. Then putting the select fire on means you can switch it to fully auto, and you think, well, it always says that putting fully auto on increases the recoil by loads and it's not going to be as accurate, but to be perfectly honest, it's just as if, or just or more kind of accurate, especially with the MMS, because with the kind of large, when you aim down sight, it doesn't really fill up loads of the screen like the iron sights do, and it also outlines people that are standing still, so it just allows you to aim your shots much easier, and you can obviously see people that are camping around corners and stuff. Just gives you a massive advantage when you're running around, and even when you're like camping, which you'll probably see in the gameplay. And the extended mag, or extended clip, is just so you don't run out of ammo as quick, because when you're on fully auto you will just spray bullets completely and you will run out of a mag very quickly, but it boosts it up to 48 shots rather than 36, which is pretty good. Then perks, they don't particularly matter, tacticals, whatever you want, but definitely recommend that primary gunfighter. And when you do get up to the select fire, if you are finding it difficult, then just put that on any class. Just make sure you've got primary gunfighter and then that select fire on. Make sure you, at the beginning of the game, switch it to fully auto. Never really switch it between the two, you want to get used to one. And it will just make it a lot easier to use than burst firing. So don't judge this gun until you've tried it with select fire and fully auto, because it does make it a much better gun. Now, attachment wise on this gun, you want to obviously make sure you're using the sights. The reflex sight is better than the ED Tech in my opinion. It just gives you a more kind of accurate dot, and because you're burst firing you need to make sure you're being accurate, and you can get like a dot in the middle rather than just big shapes and stuff, which the ED Tech has. The suppressor is great for especially like search and destroy and stuff, but just keeping off the radar and not dying as much. And when you want to build up kill streaks, it's pretty good. Then running down the list as you kind of unlock them, long barrel can be useful, but you don't really need it because it's pretty accurate already, and the long barrel just makes it do more damage. So I don't really know why you'd kind of want to use long barrel. It just basically adds more damage, but you don't need it. Target finder is a great one. Make sure you put that on as soon as you unlock it, and that'll help you level up to get to the select fire. Select fire is the next big one, but extended clip is useful for when you finally get kind of it leveled up all the way and you're putting all the attachments that you want on and you're trying to build up kill streaks and stuff. It'll let you you're more likely to get the kill because you're not going to run out of ammo and have to reload. And then select fire is a must-have if you can't deal with the 3-burst stuff, but not necessary if you can. Rapid fire I'd avoid because it may seem cool because you can shoot faster, especially when you put select fire and rapid fire on and you have fully auto and it sprays really really quick, but the recoil is massive and you don't really want to deal with it. And then the MMS, when you get it, is just kind of the better version of the target finder and kind of the less newbie version, I guess. But it's just, it doesn't cover as much of the screen like the target finder. Basically you can't see half the screen because it covers around the edges, and it just leaves you a lot more open, the MMS, so you can use it more of a submachine gun than a kind of assault rifle, which you use the target finder for. Now, to get gold for the Chicom and all the SMGs, you need 100 headshots, then you need 20 double kills, the 150 kills with no perks, no attachments, then it's obviously the 10 bloodthirsty medals, then 30 revenge kills. The bloodthirsty medals, which were horrible on the shotguns, if you've like watched the gold shotgun stuff that I've done, they were horrible on them, but with an SMG they're much easier, and once you get it leveled up and you've got the select fire on it, it becomes way easier and just a lot more reliable. So they aren't difficult, it's basically the 100 headshots that's difficult with this gun, and kind of the 30 revenge medals and the 150 with no perks and attachments that takes the time. For headshots, just aim for the head, really. Just put put the target finder on. That will let you kind of sit back a bit, put the grip on, and that makes it more accurate. And just aim for the head, or go in with hip fire and just get really close to people. Do the same as the one-shot kill thing for the shotguns. Go put tack insertions down and just get really close, spray at their head, and you should get the 100 pretty soon. Overall, the Chicom is just a really fun gun to use. Now, I've used it because I like using kind of bad guns, and this gun did not seem as good as the rest, which is like the Scorpion and the PDW and the MSMC, which are all really good. So because I still like using submachine guns, I decided to use this. And yes, it was really bad at first, but the more you use it, the more you get used to it. I can now shoot and be kind of as accurate and as fast as the fully auto, but just with burst fire, because I've got used to it. And once you get to that stage, you don't need to use the attachment for the select fire, even though it is still useful and I still do use it. But you can eventually build up kill streaks and stuff, and it's actually just a really fun gun to use. And other people that I've told to use it, or like said you should use this, they at the beginning they think, oh my god, this is absolutely terrible, but after a while they get used to it and they actually find it really fun, and in gold it just generally looks awesome. So don't judge it until you've unlocked that select fire and you've tried it like that. But other than that, give it a go. I do advise you trying it, because then you can use an SMG without being a complete noob and everyone hating you. So yeah, my favourite gun on the game at the moment, and I hope you see the light and you go and use it. So cheers for watching. If you want to subscribe, then do. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, then hit the like button, and I would be very appreciative and grateful. And just thanks for watching generally. So goodbye.